You got 10 seconds to ruin a first date. How? Tell them to make this quick. You have another one in an hour. Mom says I have to go on at least one date a month or else she'll cut me off. So let's get this over with. Her. Hi. Thank you for coming to pick me up. Me. I don't think I could have waited another second. And then rip the juiciest, rankest fart possible just after she's gotten in the car and make sure to lock the windows so she can't get fresh air. Follow with, "You're welcome." I'm kinda of a big deal on this site called Reddit. My GF loves Reddit. You say that to her and she may break up with me. Laugh very loudly and obnoxiously and then exclaim, "I haven't laughed this hard since 9/11. Works every time. Why, I haven't been this entertained since the stock market crash of 1929. You smell different when you're awake. Just start masturbating. Masturbating can ruin lots of things. Funerals, graduation ceremonies, Thanksgiving, marriage proposals, job interviews, you name it. If you want something to be hypothetically ruined, the answer is inevitably, irrevocably, masturbating. It doesn't ruin Thanksgiving with your family though. I went on the wrong blind date once. It was my first blind date too, by the way. Met on Tinder. I was separated from my husband. Mentioned it before we scheduled our date. All his pictures were either kinda far away or had sunglasses on, but I could tell he was cute. Arrive at the bar, I see a cute blonde guy with a bit of scruff. Cool. I hesitantly approach, he acknowledges me, we hug. Waiting at the hostess stand he asked me about my day. I told him it wasn't too bad, but I just got into an argument with my apartment complex about taking my husband's name off the lease. You're married? Yes. What the hell? I'm separated. I told you this last night. Ah, no, you didn't. I would have remembered that. Wait, Chuck, Zaria, no. Now I looked exactly like my pictures. They were very clear and featured my face. So my date noticed me walk in, didn't approach me as fast as I approached other dude. Was confused at first, realized what was happening and decided to enjoy the show. Fun times. Rest of the date went fine once I was on my actual date. I was pretty embarrassed but he was nice about it. What are the odds though that two pairs headed for blind dates with the dudes both being athletic blondes with facial hair and the girls both had glasses and curly red hair picked the same bar at the same date and time. Names changed obviously. That is spectacular. I'm picturing your date just casually leaning on the wall 10 feet away watching with a huge smirk on his face. Ah, look at this puppy. It's so sexy, makes me really horny. And then you pass over your phone to her, showing a lewd picture of your fursona. Was going to go to a bar with a girl I met on Tinder. I showed up 15 minutes late, which wasn't that big of a deal. Got out of my car, crossed the street, and then awkwardly shook hands. Told her I forgot my ID at home, apologized, and then left. Never talked again. Say you hope they're just as good in bed as the dad was. You guys are overthinking this. The easiest way to ruin a date in 10 seconds is to look the other person up and down, and just leave without a word. We said ruin the date, not their life. Evil historical person wasn't wrong, just misunderstood. Hitler was a good guy. After all, he killed Hitler. Ask her if she had to lose a toe, which one would she choose? Because this will come into play later on in the evening. I'd like to start this first date off right, so here's your underwear back that I stole from your apartment last month while I was creeping on you. I saw this in one of the movies. The lead mate character is trying to woo members of opposite sex and someone tells him to read and quote from a famous book. The lead character picks up a copy of Bible and quotes a not so pleasant para about women works like a repellent charm in 3 to 4 sex flat. Reach across the table and, depending on if food arrived yet, either drink the remainder of her drink, bonus points for taking the glass out of her hand, or grabbing a handful of what she's eating and eating it. Bonus points if it's something sloppy, messy to eat with your hands like mashed potatoes or spaghetti. Work smarter, not harder. Not showing up is the quickest, easiest way to ruin a date. Bonus is they'll be sat waiting even longer than the 10 minutes before they realize things are a bust. True story. On a second date with a woman. We are a really nice seafood Cajun restaurant and she is on her phone for a few min. She the says, I'm just not sure which one of these three guys I like the most on match. I was baffled to say the least and was then said this to her because she was an idiot. If I told you I had 3 more dates this week with 3 other women, how would feel about that? She said, not good. I then sarcastically said, really? She then goes on to tell me her ex-BFWAA taking his son and her camping that weekend. I was like, oh cool, so you gonna hook up? She said no, and I just left. Dang, she was stupid. That's when I slowed down cause she was the final stop off the crazy train for me. Does it require intact dignity or freedom for either party? Because if not, I can show up acting like I'm already falling down drunk and flash a waiter, then stab my date with a fork. Might kill the mood a bit. Show a naked celebrity to your date because it turns out you both like the same childhood movie she was in. Thankfully she forgave my stupidity and went on a second date. Been together for 10+ years now. Just tell the guy the honest truth. I would rather be spending time with my pet lizard, who I would kill and die for. Then proceed to catch a ride back home and smother my precious child with love and affection. I have to be back at the psych ward in an hour, so let's make this quick. Or, we can't take any photos together, I'm wanted by the police for assault. Also, my mom gets home in an hour, so what do you say we skip dinner and go straight to my place? Asterisk if I was a dude. I feel like if I said this to a guy it would be a 50-50 chance he'd be down. Upside down face, and if none of that works, please don't tell me you're one of those morons that believes the earth is round. Say, it's all moving too fast, then propose.